Hello my friends, Asoka the Geek, and for this review we're going to take a look at the Hot Wheels 1/50th scale Dark Knight Returns Bat Tank. So here it is, and man, I am so excited for this vehicle. This started to hit like last year, and I've never seen it at retail. I finally ordered it from Big Bad Toy Store. I had to buy all the other whole series of vehicles to get this, which I already had, but I was just so tired of looking for it, and I am so glad that I ordered it. But yeah, here is the 1/50th scale Bat Tank from Hot Wheels. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with the Hot Wheels line of 1/50th scale vehicles, here's a few of them, and I'll show you more in a few minutes. But this line has been going on for at least a decade, if not more. They started out, I believe, with the Keaton Batmobile, but they've done vehicles from every Batman movie, and they pretty much have done almost all the vehicles. There's some notable exceptions that are missing, like the Batman versus Superman Batwing. They never did. Matchbox did a version of it though, so that's what I have displayed. But pretty much they have every movie Batmobile, and they even have the 1966 George Barris Batmobile as well. So if you've been sleeping on this line, man, I cannot recommend it enough. I love the size of these. As you can see, they're small, but they're big enough to get a lot of detail as well. So they look great on the shelf. Love the construction of these vehicles. They're Hot Wheels, for God's sakes. You know, iconic. They are just so well done, and you get such a variety of vehicles. But back to the Bat Tank. So again, this was announced actually, it wasn't even announced. That's one thing, I don't understand about Hot Wheels, or maybe I'm not in the right Hot Wheels circles, but I never see them announce anything. Like, I've never seen a press release about the Bat Tank. They just start showing up, and like, you just see it. Like, you never see any sort of communication from Hot Wheels about what's being released. Maybe that's just a Hot Wheels thing. Let me know in the comments below. But yeah, I just saw this on eBay, or I saw it on someone's social media, and that's how I found out about it. So yeah, and sometimes these do show up on Amazon, or a lot of times they do eventually, but this guy has never showed up on Amazon, so which is why I had to order it from Big Bad Toy Store, which was fine. It was a good price, and again, I just had to buy a whole set of other vehicles too, but hey, I still have it. So there it is though, man. It is just so awesome, and as you can see, the freaking treads move, the wheels move. I didn't even know that before I bought it. It just works so nicely, and it looks great. And this looks like the Bat Tank from the Dark Knight. The Dark Knight Returns. There it is. So I guess technically 2022 is when this was made. So yeah, maybe it's been out for 2 years. It's just so hard to find. But yeah, I just love the detail of it. Oh, it's just so awesome. The Dark Knight Returns, one of my favorite comic books of all time. So I am down to buy any merchandise based on that comic. And it looks great next to the other Batmobiles. As far as scale goes, I don't know really how big the Bat Tank should be. I believe there's like a little medical bay in there, so it definitely should be pretty big. I think it should be bigger than the Keaton Batmobile for sure, which it is. But yeah, I think it looks fine though. It looks great on the shelf. And really, you don't have too many options with the Bat Tank. The only other one they made was the Eagle Moth Bat Tank, which I do have. I just don't have it handy, which scales really nicely with the Batmobiles that you see here. I think it's probably a little bit more accurate as far as scale goes than this, but this is great. I can just see a little Carrie Kelly in here, driving the thing around, Oh, I wish this came with like a little Superman. That would have been awesome. But yeah, there is the Bat Tank. So if you are into these vehicles, or have you thought about it, I can't recommend it enough. Again, I'm going to show you in a few moments how a presentation of all of these could look together. But these are just really awesome vehicles. Here's the Robert Pattinson Batmobile from the Batman. Not my favorite Batmobile design at all. Probably my least favorite Batmobile design. I like it, but it's not bat-shaped enough for my opinion. In my opinion, anyways. It's still a really cool car, and it gives me a total 70s Batman vibe, but not my favorite Batmobile. But man, Hot Wheels did a great job of adapting it, And then here's the the Bat from the Dark Knight Rises. A little dusty, but as you can see, still a really nice looking vehicles. So there they are. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the Bat Tank with like the whole collection of Hot Wheels Batmobiles. All right, so here is the Bat Tank. Let me move back a little bit. So there's my whole display of all the Hot Wheels Batmobiles that I own. A couple of these aren't from Hot Wheels. The one at the very top, that's the AtG&x Toys Batman Forever Batmobile. I forget what scale that's in, but I just love that Batmobile so much. But there's the Bat Tank next to some other Batmobiles. Got the Bat Pod over there. As you can see, the Robert Pattinson Bat Cycle does not scale with these vehicles at all. I get why they had to make that one slightly bigger, because otherwise it'd be really tiny next to the Batmobiles. Then we have some Keaton era Bat vehicles, the Batman and Robin Batmobile, which I love. I love the design of that thing. Next, we have two versions of the Batwing. The one with the red missiles, that is the newer version that was re-released. The one with the gold missiles, this was released quite a while ago. And man, it was like $150 on eBay. So I'm glad they finally released a new version of it, because this one was just so expensive. Then we have another Bat Cycle from Batman and Robin. The Tumbler, Batman Returns, right? Well, I guess the Keaton era Batmobile with the shields on, Batman Forever. We have the Duck from Batman Returns. We have some animated Batmobiles. Then we have, and the Batwing. Then we have the George Barris 1966 Batmobile. Then we had the Matchbox Batwing from BVS. Again, Hot Wheels hasn't made this yet for some reason. I wish they would, but this is a good stand-in. I think it scales pretty well with these vehicles, but there you have it. So yeah, really excited to have the Bat Tank up here with all these other Batmobiles. And yeah, highly recommend this Hot Wheels line if you are into the Batmobile. They display really nicely together. This shelf you're looking at, I picked this up from Hobby Lobby a couple years ago, but you can find this type of shelf anywhere. But yeah, just to give you an idea of how you could display it. So there it is. There's a look at the Bat Tank. Let me know if you have any other questions. We'd love to hear your comments. Or do I have any other fellow Hot Wheels collectors in my audience, or anyone who's watching this? And we'd love to get your opinion on if Hot Wheels announces stuff or not. Because again, I've never seen any announcements about any of these Batmobiles that they've ever put out. They just start showing up. All right, my friends. Well, that's about it. As always, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, please consider subscribing, and have a great day.